Hello everyone, welcome to Mountebank. Let us try to understand the basics of sitting arrangement. How many types of sitting arrangement we have got? What are the things that we need to have in our mind while we attempt these problems? These actually are very important because these questions come in bulk. If you get one problem of sitting arrangement, this is equivalent to 5 problems. Is it not? Now let us see how many types of sitting arrangement we have got. This is a single row arrangement. So single row arrangement probably is like this. One has to understand as to what one is facing, right? So this is the left end and this is the right end. Do we have the clarity? This is only if one is facing towards this direction, so we call it to be north. If it's facing north, left is this direction, right is this direction, and then you can talk about certain things. But what if one is facing south? What if one is facing south? So this is like, this becomes right and this becomes left. That is where we need to be very careful what direction one is facing. If you take one direction to be north, the other has to be south. It is not typically you have to start making it northwards. Just take it one direction to be north, other for sure is going to be south. So assume normally that however you see you take place, it's nothing but north, right? Your left is left, your right is right. That's it. How about having double row arrangement? Double row arrangement is like this. It is like, you've got this one. This is called double row arrangement. Now do you understand, for these people, left and right will be this. This is left and this is right. All these people who are facing this direction, for them this is right and this is left. As simple as that. Then we have got circular arrangement. Primarily circular arrangement is of two types. So this is like facing the center, or it may be facing away from the center. Facing away from the center. We'll talk about these two in details once we are done with this introduction video, and probably in the next 2 slides we're going to talk in details about circular arrangement. Now we also know what is rectangular arrangement. Rectangular arrangement is nothing but this. The only thing that you need to take care of over here is if one is sitting on the corners of the rectangle or is one is sitting on the sides of the rectangle. That is where one has to be careful, nothing else. So how many types of arrangement that we just talked about? Single row arrangement, double row arrangement, circular arrangement and rectangular arrangement. So you need to understand the problem very carefully. Read the problem, try to figure out what exactly is being asked, and then try to proceed. Before proceeding onto the paper, you have to have some certain strategy in your brain as to how you are going to deal with this particular problem. Now sometimes there are sentences that are given to us. Some of them may be complete, some of them may not be complete. Now in the first one it says that A is sitting to the left of B. Now if we take this linear sitting arrangement, A is to the left of B. So this is B. Where I'm going to take A? A for sure is going to be over here. But is A to the immediate left of B. A could be, if this is A, this is immediately left position. How about taking this position? A is second to the left of B. How about taking this position? This position. A is third to the left of B. So this information is incomplete in nature, because it says that A is to the left of B. Which left location? I don't know. Hence this information is incomplete. Now let us see the second statement over here. A is second to the left of B. Now this information is complete information, because it says that A is going to be second to the left of B. Alright. Now had it been circular arrangement as well, we're going to talk about it later, so let us not talk about it as of now. C is between A and B. Now if C is between A and B, your position could be like this. This is C, this is A, and this is B. How about having C to be like this? This is C, and this is B, and this is A. In both of these two scenarios, can you see that C is in between A and B? But this information is not complete, because we do not know the positions of A and B. I hope that we have the clarity. So this is what I was talking about in the first slide. If you are sitting in a linear sitting arrangement and facing the north, this is your left and right. If there are two parallel lines, then this is how it has to be tackled. This is what I would like to talk about. Whenever we talk about circular sitting arrangement, primarily there are two types of circular arrangements. Whenever people are facing the center, so can you see that in this center, this is the center of the circle, and all the persons who are sitting over here, they're all facing the center of the circle. So whenever they're all facing the center of the circle, you can very simply say this: the right is in the anti-clockwise direction and left is in the clockwise direction. So I have got, say, this is a person A and this is the person B, and say this is person, I say this is person C. Now B is sitting on the immediate left position of A. How could I say this? Because B is sitting in the clockwise direction. So clockwise direction is nothing but lefts. Say there is a person D over here. So D is sitting second to the left of A. B is immediately sitting left to A. How about C? C is to the right of A. C is to the right of A. How come we can say that C is to the right of A? Because this is nothing but anti-clockwise direction. If it is clockwise, this is for sure left direction. If it is anti-clockwise, this for sure is right direction. So I can say that C is sitting to the right position of A. How about B and C? C is second to the right of B. Can you see this? C is second to the right of B. How about C and D? C is third to the right of D, right? C is this is the first, second, and this is the third position. So C is third to the right of D, and if we go in this direction, we can say that D is third to the left of C. The only thing that we need to take care of is whenever it is anti-clockwise direction, this is going to be right, and whenever this is clockwise direction, this is going to be left. As simple as that. If you can remember this, your job is done. But this is going to happen only if all the people are facing towards the center, right? Now the another scenario, when all the people sitting around a circular table, they're all facing away from the center. So whenever persons are facing away from the center, always remember that left is the anti-clockwise direction, and how about right? Oh no, this is the anti-clockwise direction. Now I made a deliberate mistake over here. This is correct. So I have got A and B. Now I can tell you that B is sitting left of A. B is sitting left of A. How can I say left of A? This is nothing but anti-clockwise direction. Left is anti-clockwise and right is clockwise. That's it. Right is this is anti. So I can say that B is sitting left of A. A is sitting to the right of B. It is just opposite of facing towards the center, right? Thank you for watching this video. Whatever we have just discussed in this video, we are going to apply all the concepts in the next video. So what did we talk about? Types of sitting arrangements. We also talked about two types of circular sitting arrangement. One where all the persons are facing towards the center, and the another situation is when all the persons are facing away from the center. When all the persons are facing towards the center, left is clockwise direction and right is anti-clockwise direction. And when all the persons are facing away from the center, this is going to be the exact opposite of it. That means left is anti-clockwise direction and right is clockwise direction. I am going to see you in next video where we will be solving some problems on circular sitting arrangement. Bye bye and take care.